What's up YouTube, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to dive into my analytics for my business expenses for my wholesale real estate business. In my last video, if you all want to watch this video right here, click somewhere over there of how much I made in 1 year wholesaling real estate in the year 2020. Take a look at that video. You all really enjoyed that video, and in the comments you all requested that I make a video about my expenses. But because yeah, it's good that I made this money, but Matthew, what did you take home? What was your profit? And I know a lot of wholesalers, they don't talk about their take home pay or just dive into their analytics to show you all how you actually run a business, like the different expenses associated with running a wholesaling real estate business. As more of a beginner, there are people making like as much as I make every single month. They make it, what I make in a year, they make in a week or in a month. And so I just want to show you all where I am at with my business and how much I'm spending on, things like advertising, things on just other random things, supplies, um, subscription services, and other things like that. And then in the video also, I'm actually going to plug in like my salaries, what I actually just took for myself because I actually live off of this income, and actually how I use that money to invest in a real estate property. So if you all enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. Smash that like button. If you're interested in learning how to wholesale real estate A to Z, check my course down below. I teach you how to run a real estate business, how to find leads, how to get your first deal. That's what I really teach people in that course. So take a look down below. So let's get right into my Excel sheet. So this Excel sheet, I made just documenting my expenses and my income coming into this year. And so in my last video, the reason why this is a little bit lower is because my last video, I did it from February 2020 to like the end of this month, 2020. And so I'm expecting a few more checks, hopefully by the end of this month in early February. So that's why it's a little bit off. But my revenue for 2020 is $89,788. Most of it is assignment fees, and this was like a refund for something. I don't exactly know for what. But yeah, that was part of it. So my take home, my revenue is that much. Now let's go to the expenses. So my first expense line item will be advertisement. And as you all can see, I spent $24,371 on advertising, marketing. So that includes direct mail, mostly direct mail, and any cold calling fees that I've done associated with that, and different things like that. Does that include that? It doesn't include like my leads, my subscriptions, or anything like that. This is straight direct mail. So out of $89,000, you all, I spent that amount of money. So if we like look up a calculator and we just do 24,371 divided by 89,788. So my marketing expenses were around 27% of my revenue. And a lot of people keep their marketing expenses around between 20 and 30% to run a lean business. And that's how much I spent. And I know this is a little bit, I guess, higher than usual because I am using direct mail. So sometimes other people may do cold calling or texting, and this number would be non-existent or super low. So that's how much I spend just directly on direct mail. This doesn't actually deal with any cold calling or any leads. This is straight direct mail. And just going down the list, this is bank fees. I had $220 worth of bank fees in 2020. Giving charity, this is my tithe and offering part that I put into the business. So that comes off of my expenses. That's tax deductible. And then property investing. This is a property that I bought at last month in December. So this will be included in my expenses. So you all will see that number soon. But I just wanted to exclude it because that's not your usual cost that you would get if you're not buying properties. especially as a beginner, right? So I didn't want to put that in yet. Gas, so just for driving around, going to see different properties, I calculated it was around $389. Insurance, $378. I think that insurance is like a lot of like, I think I put my medical insurance under this LLC. Um, and then LLC expenses, like to get register at the beginning of the year for like different organization things like registering a new agent and different things like that. No maintenance, repairs, office supplies. So I spent like 2,300 just buying different things, like whether that's like camera gear. I think I've included my camera gear because sometimes I use my camera to take photos of a house or make a video or something like that. So I include it in this line item. Rent, I actually put my rent here. Now, this is my full rent. Most likely, I will cut it down to like 50% of this. So this would be more around like 36 or 30, $3,700. But I just wanted to put the full amount for you all to see. I spend around $700 a month on rent. Um, and so, yeah, I guess that's 11 months. I guess, okay, because, yeah. So, yeah, that's how much I spent so far this year on it. I have research and development. I need to look up exactly what I did that for, but I think it was probably trying a new service or different things like that. So as you can see, your expenses start to add up. And I'm putting like even my home expenses, as part of it. Salary and wages. So I left this one blank, but I'm going to add it in so you all can see. Salaries and wages, that's my salary because I'm living off of this income. And so I'm going to include that in the cost for you all to see the salaries and wages that I took home, just like to pay for my utilities, to pay for food, to pay for um, traveling, paying off bills and different things like that. And then here's my software and subscription services. It's down here. So this is the amount I paid um, with my propstream accounts, with my Dollar account, with paying for leads, for skip tracing. I included all of that in here. And that for the year was around $2,500. So let's say I stuck to strictly cold calling. This would have been a little bit higher because I would have skip traced way more numbers because instead of skip tracing it, I just sent direct mail. But I said let's say if I cold call or just did texting, this would have been probably close to like 5 or 6 grand, which is still significantly lower than the 24 grand that I spent on direct mail. So that's something I'm learning, whether I should explore different marketing techniques and different things like that. But that's how much I spent with softwares and subscriptions for the year. Travel, zero. Utilities, $90 for the property that I just bought. Um, other miscellaneous things. Cell phone bill. So this is where I include my cell phone bill. Um, I should, cut this down a little bit more because I think part of this number is like personal service, and I probably use my phone for probably 60 to 70% work and the rest is personal. But I just put the full amount right now so you all can see that I'm including my cell phone bill in this in my expenses for this LLC. Um, and so my total expenses come to $51,948. It's crazy when you look back and you see how much you spent over the year, right? It's like, wow, I spent this much money on my business and I made $89,000, right? And so we can look down here. My net income is $37,840. So to me, this is good because honestly, in this business, I do work hard in it, but I'm not working full time in it, just to be frank with you all. I probably spend a good 3 to 4 hours a day in this business. And to be able to net this amount, I'm fine with this. So now let's kind of put in some more numbers. Let's see how much money I took to pay for myself. And so these salaries and expenses, wages was $16,349. So that includes me traveling, me, paying for personal things, paying off loans, paying off debt if I had any, um, which is only student loans right now, and just traveling and just different things like that. Food, my food bill, my personal utilities, um, and different things like that. So that's 16,000. So that brings my net down to 21,000. So as you all can see, like, let's say I decided to just not buy a property. This would have been my net income. So this is like me living off of my business, and then after that, I have left $21,000 in the bank. That's essentially what this is saying. Um, and to me, that's fine. Like, to work part time, and at the end of the year, I have $21,000 in the bank after paying my tithe and offering, after paying all my expenses, after using the money to travel, and only working part time. To me, that's amazing. How many of you all know make this amount of money and save $21,000 of their money by the end of the year in their savings account? Not a lot of people. If you talk to people who are making 50, 40 grand, by the end of the year, they may have like a grand or less in the bank after working, So to me this is great. Like you guys saw the beginning numbers, almost 90,000. You're all like, wow, your net income is only 20 grand, 21 grand. But to me, working part-time and living off of that money, and to be able to save 20 grand, to me that's amazing. Like, a lot of people working 9 to 5 jobs don't have this amount after working 10, 20 years. So, like, for me, this is amazing. And obviously, with this money, I put it in investments. I've been investing in the stock market. It's been crazy. I actually been able to double my money in the in my stock market account. I started investing really in like October of last year. Um, but I didn't put all of this in there. I have other income too. So that's essentially, you all, like, my expenses. I really want to show you all that. And this is a big one, you all. My advertising, marketing, using direct mail, $24,371. So as you all can see, those are my expenses. I hope you all really enjoyed this video and found it very informative, and just showing the rawness and the trueness of running a business, a real estate wholesaling business. And if you're doing direct mail, you might be spending close to like 25% of your, um, I guess, your income in direct mail. So for every $1 you spend on direct mail, you probably get $3.20 back, or something like that, which is not bad, because let's say you have a big operation. If you spend $1 million on direct mail and you're able to get $3 million and profit of probably about $1 million, that's a great business, right? That's a great margin. Um, and so if I'm able to scale that to that, that's something that I can consider doing. But yeah, so you make sure you all, don't look at this number and be like, oh, I want to avoid direct mail. But, I still ended up making a profit working part time. And I just can't do cold calling, you all, 3, 4 hours a day. Sometimes I do, like, for very specific list. And of course, I do it randomly. But yeah, you all, hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.